Welcome to the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast, your one-stop shop for television, movie, video games, comic books, book reviews, and more. Now, without further ado, here's Steven and Mike.
Welcome, everybody, to Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. We are so excited that you have agreed to join us today. We are super excited. We're just two friends, Michael Shanks and Stephen Bosser, who've been friends since high school, who just talk all manner of geekdom. And let me tell you, today we've got yet another awesome special guest with us today that we are so pumped and excited about. Mr. Mike, would you please introduce our special guest today?
Oh, would I? Oh my gosh. So last time we had one of my podcast heroes on. Today we had Jimmy Mack on before. Today we have one of my other podcast heroes, and who I would maybe say the grand poobah of Star Wars podcasting, JasonSwank.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jason. Yay.
It's great to be here. That's a nice introduction. And I gotta correct you guys. It's two geeks and two microphones. Or am I blowing the illusion? Is it supposed to be that you're
the word? Well, technically it's three geeks and three microphones this morning.
Well, that's true. That's right. Oh, that's a good point. I love that you guys have been friends since high school. That is really, really cool. Am I pulling back the curtain too much to ask if you're in the same town?
Oh, no, not at all.
No,
I'm from the St. Louis area. I live in Belleville, Illinois, 20 minutes outside of St. Louis.
Yep. And then we went to high school together over there. So in that on the Illinois side, but now I am in Bozeman, Montana.
Holy cow. Wow. Yeah. So how long have you guys as best friends been separated geographically?
Oh, shoot.
Great question. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that is a great question.
I'm interviewing you.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
Right. I'm sorry. But I as someone who has, been podcasting remotely with people with Jimmy Mack in particular over a long period of time, it's an interesting dynamic. And then when you add in the fact that you guys sort of grew up together and were friends since high school, it just adds another layer. So I was just curious.
Yeah, I would say, when did I leave the St. Louis area? I left St. Louis area
I don't even remember.
Probably about 25 years ago. Easy 20 years.
No, because Megan was 25 would have been before Megan was born.
Oh,
Megan's
that's right.
24.
You're right. Okay. Megan's your daughter. So
Megan's my daughter.
I moved out to Kansas City. You know what? I moved out to Kansas City in 2003.
I don't even know if that's right, because I don't know. Anyway, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
And you guys would obviously see each other at conventions and stuff, right? And
I went to St. Louis. I went to St. Louis to do St. Louis Comic-Con one year, and we did that together, which was a blast.
Oh, that was so much fun.
So really, this is the podcast is your connection together as friends. That's awesome. That is awesome.
We would talk on the phone and do all that kind of stuff. And Mike had talked about for a long time about doing a podcast, or he mentioned it from time to time. He would always want to. He would always reference you guys, Rebel Force Radio, and
imagine that.
You're right. And so I think one day Mike just said, "Hey, we're having all these conversations. Why don't we just do a podcast? Why don't we just go ahead and switch it over?" So we did. So that's kind of how we're here.
Yeah, my wife always says
that's how the best podcasts are born. I'm absolutely convinced.
Well, my wife always says, "Oh, she's been listening to my podcast for years. It's just it wasn't recorded." So,
but that's so true, because you see it the other way, where people will see that's how it comes out very organically, and that's how you have chemistry. And because if the podcast existed before you started recording it, I always think those are the best podcasts. And that's how we started back in the days of the Forcecast. It was myself and my buddy Pete Nadel, who we were working at an insurance company together, and we were in these two cubicles, and we were having a podcast across the hallway, with each other. And that was during when the prequel films were coming out, and so.
Well, for us, anytime a movie comes out, we'll text each other, "Did you see it yet?" And as soon as both of us have seen it, we're calling each other and we're discussing the movie for like the next 2 hours, So that's kind of where this podcast originated from.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,
may the force be with you.